Good afternoon. This morning we began our Ash Wednesday by celebrating the Eucharist and distribution of the ashes. This year, again, different than previous, because this year we distribute the ashes by placing them on the head, so see, on their head like that, and so that we didn't have to touch their skin. One of the things that happens during this time of the virus, we've got to be careful, and that's important. But Lent itself, it's meant each year to be a time for us to renew ourselves, to look into our hearts and see, what in my life do I need to do that might improve my relationship with Jesus and the community? What's happening in my life? There are things I should change or whatever. Traditionally, Lent is a time, of course, for giving up, and as I've mentioned before, don't do it like I used to do it when I was a kid with my sister Ethna. We both liked candy, and so we decided Lent would be a time we would give up candy. And we did, but we also purchased candy nearly as often as we could, and we stored it in a cache. And then, of course, it came to Sunday, and we said, well, Sundays don't really count in Lent, so we had a little go into our cache. This went on during Lent, It was kind of a game we were playing, really, and it wasn't doing much good, but it was how we saw Lent. And for the most part, our parents and our older siblings, they're more observant of it, fasting, and giving up things. I think one of my brothers tried to give up cigarettes, and I'm not sure how long he lasted on it, And that's the thing during Lent. If you decide to give something up, and you're doing well for a week or so, and then you crash, don't worry about it. Just start up again, It's no big deal. Start up again and get going. But really, what I've been pushing forward in the last few years is, don't give up candy for Lent. Don't give up chocolate for Lent. Instead, do things. Do simple things that may help you to go closer to the God who loves you and closer to your neighbor. Simple things like, in your family, like, just be more look out for one another. Just have a kind words where sometimes you wouldn't be so kind. Or maybe a neighbor down the street, like, just to, check on them and say, hey, how are you doing? Whatever, It can be just a smile. A smile can be such a wonderful thing. Now that we're wearing masks most of the time, our eyes are what reveal us, really. And a smile, you can't see the smile on the face, but the eyes tell if there's a smile there or not. And that can be important. So whatever you do during Lent, do it in a happy way. Don't feel as you're kind of, Jesus says in the gospel this morning, don't make a big boast about what you do. Don't go around with a sour face saying, oh God, I'm it's Lent and I'm fasting or whatever. Do things with a smile and do it with the generosity. So that when you come to Easter Sunday, it's a time to rejoice. I've changed my life somewhat, and I feel a better person. And I know I'm a little closer to the God who loves me. So make your Lent, whatever you could do it with peace and do it with joy, and bring joy to other people as well. Bring joy to the church. Bring joy wherever you go, because joy can light up a room, and that's what we need during this time. So thank you very much for watching and listening. May your Lent bring you peace and joy.